Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Adria. I'm trying to be a little bit more organized here with your, so you're going to write a novel, or so you want to write a novel. I hope both. You want to and you're gonna. That's excellent. I'm here for you. One thing that struck me was that we as writers have a tendency to sometimes feel that we're not good enough, or that we don't have enough to say that anybody would really care about. And I think people call it imposter syndrome, like, who am I to write a book? And I would just say, who are you not to write a book? If it's something that you want to do and you're doing it, you're a writer, and you have all the support you need, right? At least right here in this little container that we're creating together. And please, I love that people are commenting or following or reaching out in some way. Thank you so much. And I encourage you to know how loved you are and how appreciated you are to be in this space together. And I think writing is the number one way we get to know ourselves better. So even if you never write this novel, but we're working on it, and you're creating this character, and in creating this character is going to be reflective of you, because you don't know anyone better than you, even if you don't even feel like you know yourself that well. Writing is a great way to get to know yourself. So anyway, let's talk about the main character. I promised that I was going to talk about sort of the emotional components as you're creating your main character. So the way that people relate to each other in story is not really plot points. That might originally get you together. Like, it may be that you know people because you went to school with them. So proximity is a way that we get to know each other. But the way that we really connect, the way that we come together, the way that we feel alignment with someone else, or that we either like them or dislike them, are these emotional bonds that we have. Meaning the things that are important to me are important to you. That's why we would be friends. So we share value systems, but we also just share probably emotional needs. We share emotional desires. That's the stuff that it's not like, it's very hard to grab hold of. So we use things like proximity or culture or religion or events that bring us together, like what we're all experiencing right now, that connects us cohesively in this bizarre, weird way. But it makes our story similar. Now we all have a global shared story. That's incredible. That's just totally incredible. Similar to how my ancestors and yours would have had war together. And I know there's been a lot of comparisons to that. And I'm not really here to talk about all that. I'm just trying to get you to see that it's the emotions that connects us. So even though we're having this shared experience, I'm still going to only connect to those people that are having the same emotional response that I'm having. That's where our shared story is going to connect us. And that's the same thing you want to create with your main character. You don't have to create the connection, you just create the main character. And the more full your main character is of emotions and emotional needs, most importantly, because we go after what we need, then needy little boogers, aren't we? But it's true, we are, and that's good, because then we know what we want. Need creates want. Want creates life. It's magic and wonderful. So I'm hungry, I need food, I eat, I'm satiated, I'm happy. Rinse and repeat. It's very similar. So if my character has the need for emotional love, so the emotion of love, then she wouldn't have love in her life. She'd need love. And that is exactly what my character, Grace Chadwick, is going to have. I decided that all my characters need love. So that's something I write about. So there's a little personal reflection. I need love, so I write about the need for love. And then I've got this character who magically, as I was free writing and thinking of her, she's somebody that's interested in patterning. So when I'm making this character, I'm realizing, okay, so if somebody is really into patterns and they need love, then we're going to have to, all you do in a story is reverse it to the beginning of, or reverse it, meaning that she doesn't have those things and she's got patterns that don't support that. So she'd have to break her patterns in order to fulfill her need, right? So that's That's what it is. So simple, simple. But you have to decide, okay, this is my character. This is my main character. This is what's important to my main character. And if you don't know what's important to your main character, because it just naturally isn't flowing out of you, which is pretty shocking to me. I think you probably know that, but I'm just going to pretend you don't. So then I would say, then tell me what is important to you. Or if you're going to have a character that's your son or daughter's age, what's important to your son or daughter? If you're going to have a character that's your mother's age, or your mother's genre, your mother's, what is the word? Generation. Sad. I'm your teacher. Oh God. Anyhow, it's your mother's generation or your grandmother's generation or her grandmother's generation. What was important to those people? What is important to your main character is what drives the story. Okay? So think about what that is, write it down, and then put, okay, then you know, okay, this is what's important to my character. So basically in a story, what's important to your character is what they don't have at the beginning of their story. They get a glimpse of it, and then it's going to be gone. And we'll get into that much later when we get into the story, structure of story. All I want you to do for today and over the weekend is to think about what's important to my main character, write it down, and then do the opposite. Okay? I hope that makes sense, and we'll talk more later. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. Really, this is so fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you. All right, talk to you later. Bye.